hey, North Korea just sent a missile to your island. Take shelter. And I'm just sitting here. I just woke up and I'm staring at my phone and I was like, Korea shot a missile at us? It's been a while since I've encountered any sort of emergency notice that appears on my phone. The last time I can remember was a couple years ago where an alert was sent out that said, "Hey, Korea shot a ballistic missile heading towards Hawaii. Uh, take shelter." That's the gist of what it said. It had a lot of other, I want to say government jargon, but when it came down to it, the meaning was, missile is coming, get to safety. And ever since then, I can't remember a single time that I've ever had an alert on my phone that made me as worried as I was back then. What really struck with me was today I got two notices on my phone. I'm just lying down on my on one not lying down. I'm lying on a recliner because we have recliner seats in the big room, which is the room. It's the dining room, but we call it the big room. Anyway, I was just lying down on the recliner, and all of a sudden my phone starts buzzing, and so I pick up my phone. It's right next to me. I pick up my phone. I was like, oh, there's a alert for Hurricane Douglas. Okay, and then I put it down, and then 2 minutes later, another notification appears, and it's like, oh, prepare because you need to stock up on food, supplies, medicine if you take medicine, which I obviously take a lot of medication. And this wasn't that long ago. That was like 17 minutes ago. And I just hopped on here. I was thinking, hey, if there was some way to really convey what I'm feeling, it would be right now while I'm feeling it. So, what is Hurricane Douglas? Hurricane Douglas was a tropical storm that normally, a lot of the time, tropical storms don't end up becoming Category 4 hurricanes, which Hurricane Douglas is. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. But from what I understand, Hurricane Douglas is a Category 4 hurricane that was previously a tropical storm. And when it was a tropical storm, people weren't too worried because there's the Big Island and all of the islands on the lower end of the Hawaiian Islands. They're known as Shield Islands. At least that's what I've learned in my Hawaiian history class. And they're called Shield Islands because they direct the flow of current of the ocean, where warm current goes a certain way and cold current goes a certain way. And hurricanes can only survive in an environment where there is both cold and heat. So the islands at the lower end who separate that, along with the trade winds, it's a lot harder for hurricanes to form and go wreak havoc along the chain of Hawaiian Islands. So, with that being said, Category 4 Hurricane Douglas looks like it's gonna be a big problem. From the maps that people that have been generated online, the maps that predict the angle that Hurricane Douglas is gonna be approaching Hawaii. From what I see, it's gonna go straight over all the majority of the islands. I don't want to say all of it just in case it might have changed, but based on those projections that people have found on for simulations to simulate what it was like to, you know, what would it be like if Hurricane Douglas were to just keep going in the way that it's going? And I'll be honest, it's giving me a lot of anxiety. I mean, I did have a fair bit of anxiety when an alert popped up on my phone telling me that, hey, North Korea just sent a missile to your island. Take shelter. And I'm just sitting here. I just woke up and I'm staring at my phone and I was like, Korea shot a missile at us? But that was the last time I felt anxiety. It's not as bad when I think about it. Now, in hindsight is 2020. And it's not exactly the most, let's just say, plausible, especially with the political landscape. It could have possibly happened, but this was before the buildup of tension between the U.S. and Asia. Then again, you can always say that there was always a buildup of tension between U.S. and Asia, but not as much as it is now with the whole COVID thing going on. But COVID hasn't really been affecting my anxiety, oddly enough. It's more of, I know if I get corona, I know for a fact that I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm not gonna die from this. A very small amount of people have died from coronavirus, and a lot of the time, those people who died had pre-existing medical problems, which me, psychosis, OCD, GAD. Those are pre-existing medical causes, but they're not medical causes that could possibly affect my body's reaction to coronavirus. I don't have an autoimmune disease. I don't have a disease that targets my immune system, like AIDS or HIV. So I have a lot of confidence that even if I do contract coronavirus, it's not exactly going to be as bad as, hey, a hurricane's coming through your island. It's going to tear up your city. It's going to tear up your house. We were just getting home renovations, and now with Hurricane Douglas coming in, it's going to be tearing up our house. Hopefully not. I remember the last time a hurricane came through, my windows were rattling. It was so odd. It was surreal too. Just hearing the winds and the rain and the rattling. I was watching Naruto at the time. I was watching Naruto, and it was something about the third tailed beast, the little turtle guy. Not little turtle guy, the turtle dude. But yeah, I mean, it's been giving me a lot of anxiety, and I just need somewhere to vent. So thank you for watching. This is a bit weird, but let's not let that get ahead of us. Think about that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Catch you next one. Hui ho, malawapono.